You're watching the three-time award-winning YCN Game of the Week. The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist with the most complete line of energy products and the highest level of customer and on-site service. By LaValle and Middleton Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion, now in 11 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire. And by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire.
Friday night of the next to last week of the high school football regular season in the state of New Hampshire. And we're in North Sutton at Kearsarge Regional High School for a battle of the Cougars. The Kearsarge Cougars hosting the Campbell Cougars. I'm Bob Lippman, just about set to get underway tonight. 50 degrees and not a cloud in the sky, or maybe a few fair weather clouds. But we're looking forward to a good football game tonight. Campbell on the verge of clinching a playoff spot. 5-2 record for Coach Glenn Costello. The Kearsarge Cougars are 2-5, looking to get back into the win column. It's been a little while. It's the Cougars of Kearsarge and the Campbell Cougars tonight as YCN's Game of the Week kicks off next.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and backup generators. Their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. Main Street Bookends of Warner, for books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner. The Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.
And as we come back, I can tell you that Kearsarge is going to receive here. Campbell won the toss. They've elected to defer the second half. We've put 12 minutes up on the clock and get ready for high school football. Campbell has won the last 3 meetings against Kearsarge. See how things fare tonight, but one thing is for sure, Campbell is looking to solidify its spot in the upcoming Division III tournament as one of the top 4 seeds. Their only 2 losses have been to the 2 teams currently in front of them in the standings, unbeaten Trinity and once beaten Monadnock. Kearsarge looking to get back into the win column tonight, and they'll be on offense first. As the crowd makes its way in here tonight behind Kearsarge Regional High School, Cougars in the blue, Campbell in the white. Here comes the kickoff. And knocked towards the sidelines. See if it stays in play, and the Cougars will fall on it down at about the 25-yard line. Colin Croto on the receiving end of the kick by Nathan Lenke. So if you followed along, the Cougars are led by a junior quarterback in Parker Goen. Number 10 making his way out onto the field. The big playmaker, co-captain John Fraioli, is a senior along with Goen, and Cole Neuer will start on the offensive line. They're the 3 captains. Cougars under the direction of first-year head coach David Yazzie. And we're underway with first down and 10 at the 25-yard line for the Cougars. Going under center, it'll be a toss. Fraioli tries to get onside. He's got some running room. Here he comes on the right side of the 30. Taken out at about the 31 after a 6-yard gain. Chris Corbett, a 5'8" D-back on the stop there, a senior for Campbell. And a nice gainer. Looked like Fraioli beats the one man, and he may go for something really big. They get 7 on the play, as you see here on the outside. A good run. Sets up second down and 3 for Kearsarge. Teams played last year. It was the season opener here in North Sutton, and Campbell came in and won a close game. Quick hitter up the middle and running for the first down. That's Jason Diamond, a junior. Has the first down for the Cougars up the 38.
Kearsarge gets their first down. First down of the game.
Nothing fancy here. And just following the blocking right up the middle is set there by 22, Damon Dawson. He'll figure in the offense tonight as well for the Cougars. He's the wing on the right side of this formation. First down and 10. Cougars will be a toss, and it is that way. And the run off of the left side for Dawson. Gets maybe a yard. That's about it. So 3 plays, 3 different ball carriers for the Cougars. First possession of the game for Kearsarge started at the 25-yard line.
Dawson gains 1 yard, second down.
Call it second down and 9. The wing on the left side is Fraioli this time. 33, he comes in motion. There's the toss. It's a sweep on the right side. Fraioli hit once, keeps the legs going, still going across the 45 up to the 47. About a yard and a half short of the first down on the run by Fraioli. He already is up to 14 yards. Third down, and we'll call it 2 here. A good blocking up front, and then Fraioli does a little bit himself to help the team by powering forward and getting an extra 5 yards. Fraioli left, Dawson on the right, going right up under center for the short third down run. Handoff. Cougars are going to get close to the line. Jason Diamond. But this will be fourth down and about a yard. Needed about 2.5, got about 1. So it'll be fourth down and about a yard to go. This first possession here in the first quarter for Kearsarge. They'll move the ball over to the left side of the field. Reset the play clock. Center first to the line is the freshman Nevin Norrie, 63. Big right paw on the football, going right up under center. Need to get a half a yard to a yard, going. And I'd say forward progress will give Kearsarge the first down. In fact, Goen winds up on the 50-yard line, and the Cougars will advance the chains. So 6 consecutive runs to open the ball game, and Kearsarge has driven from the 25 up to the 50. At the end, you see Goen landing across the midfield stripe with the ball popped out, but he was already down. So it's first down from midfield. Friday night football at Kearsarge on YCN, and Fraioli will be taken down. Good play by Jack Kidwell, a junior linebacker, number 13 for Campbell, brings Fraioli down. That is a 6-yard loss. And Kearsarge behind the chains now, second down, 16.
Second and 16.
Goen might have to go to the air here. Well, you want 16 to go. You want to try to get 8 or 10 at least on this play. And Goen will roll out. He's under pressure. Hit, and he is down. It'll go as a sack.
Number 12 with the sack.
And for Campbell, they come up with a big play defensively, forcing Kearsarge now at a 3rd and very long. Back at the 36-yard line, I've got it as 24 yards to go. Goen looked like he might have an opportunity there, kind of last second, to get rid of the ball, but elected to not risk it. Ended up taking the sack, and now it is 3rd and very long. They'll need a big play here. High snap. Good job to bring it in. Set up a screen on the left side. The ball is caught out to the 40, 45-yard line and up to the 47 on the receiving end is Jack Sikoria, the sophomore, but on 4th down. We'll see what Coach Yazzie wants to do here.
He's going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th and about 14, so they did get 10 yards on the play. They're going to go for it. We've used about half of the first quarter on this initial drive of the Cougars. 4th down, 13. The line of gain is the Campbell 40. No score, just underway. Going, oh no, it is a punt.
Nice spiral punt there.
Ball will hit and take a Cougar bounce, still rolling inside the 10.
Great punt there by Gunnar Benedict.
And a terrific job on the punt. Gunnar Benedict put his foot into it, dropped back there last minute, booms it away, and now it'll be Campbell football with 6:01 to go. So Kearsarge used half of the first quarter. They didn't score, but they showed an ability to move the ball, came up with a couple of first downs, and now they've pinned Campbell back at the 5-yard line, and we'll get our first look at this Campbell offense of Coach Costello. Quarterback is a senior, Jackson Canali. And on the first play of the game, they sweep it. And on the right side, there's running room on the right side. This is Scott Hershberger, 40, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown. We'll glance the field. There are no flags. And that, a 95-yard touchdown run for Scott Hershberger. And Campbell's first play puts points on the board. And boy, that's a killer when you've just controlled the clock for 6 minutes. And then Campbell winds up with a big play, a 95-yard touchdown on the first play from scrimmage for the Cougars, and they lead 6-0. Campbell in front. This is a good club. They moved back into the win column last week after dropping back-to-back games to the division leaders. Campbell coming off of a 30-14 win over Conval last week. They'll line up for 2 with the handoff, and Cody Comm takes it in, and Campbell leads 8-0. Hershberger, a 95-yard run, and Comm with the 2-point conversion run. Campbell 8-0.
Left to play in the first quarter.
Well, you pinned him deep. Everything looked good. But as soon as they got the end on the right side, down he went for the score. Check out our Game of the Week schedule at ycnnow.com for the full slate of our live football games and on-demand replays of our library of all of our past games. Next Friday night, 6:25, back here as Kearsarge wraps up the season against Epping. Followed on Saturday as Newport hosts Raymond at 1:55. Pair of games for you next week. YCN Game of the Week. Newport having another terrific season for Coach Proper. Follow the Tigers. Here's the kickoff. Onside try, and Kearsarge recovers it at midfield. On the recovery of the onside kick, 61, Bryce Gove for the Cougars. So Cougars get it back with terrific field position, and we'll see if they can quickly answer what was quite the play to start the game for Campbell tonight.
Kearsarge Cougars lining up on the 50-yard line.
Cougars tried one pass play, or completed one pass play on the first drive.
Pitching it to Fraioli, who's
run the ball off of the right side.
Finds a little bit of yardage.
Back of a couple of yards for Fraioli here. 33, lined up as the left wing in this set. Actually may have jumped just a little bit too soon, but they didn't call that. They let it go. That'd be a pickup of 2 down to the 48 of Campbell. 2nd down and 8.
Second and 8.
Going right up under center, well protected with the wings and a tailback. Run play on the cut from the right over to the left. Damon Dawson is swarmed under. Good defensive job by Campbell. 77, Evan St. Pierre, one of those in the backfield. Third and 11 from the 49-yard line. .426 left in the first. It's 8-0 in favor of Campbell. One wide receiver out far to the left side is Kellen Sullivan. Quarterback going, sprinting towards the sideline. Ball still in his hands. And maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. 4th down. They keep the punter on the sideline here with where you try to pin Campbell deep again. It looks like that's how they'll play it. It is long. It's 4th down and about 13.
Brings up 4th down.
A little bit tougher going on this drive for the Cougars. Their second punt, it's a high snap. It's over the head of the punter, Benedict. He'll recover and boom it downfield. Again, the safety will get out of the way. It'll die just inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. So another rough starting position for Campbell. Didn't matter the first time that they had the ball. They went 95 on the very first play of the game. Now they'll take over with 3:56 to go in the first quarter. The start position is the 14-yard line. Campbell 8 and Kearsarge nothing.
For Campbell now, ball on the 14-yard line.
Campbell has won 3 straight in the series after Kearsarge won the first 2 meetings between these teams, 2010 and 2011. They are, relatively speaking, 2 of the newer programs in the state of New Hampshire. Kearsarge started playing in 1998. Campbell first varsity year was 2004. And the lefty firing deep. Got a man. Receiver on the left sideline. Jack Kidwell pushed out of bounds inside the 5. We saw Canali's first pass, and the left-hander hits on the sidelines. And Jack Kidwell on the reception. Another big play for Campbell. To have a Cougar down on the play that they're tending to back upfield. The guy who tries to make the tackle there lost his helmet and being treated. And touchdown saving play here for the Cougars. Take one more look at this. Again, a deep ball, and you find the receiver who's did a good job. Kidwell with a fake. Going to get by Michael Overton there. And the touchdown saving tackle is by Parker Goen. Now the Cougars are in business. First down from the 4. So that is 82 yards on the pass. And Kearsarge They'll do what they can here defensively while they still tend to Mr. Overton on the sidelines. But that's 2 offensive plays now for Campbell, a 95-yard run and an 82-yard pass. My goodness. This game coverage tonight's being brought to you in part by LaValle Middleton Building Supply, with 13 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire, where safety and service are their top priorities. YCN Game of the Week. And we're in the first quarter, and Campbell's in business. First down goal to go from the 4. Training staff working with the injured player, Michael Overton, the sophomore, here on the bench down below us. Let's pick up the play. It's 1st and goal. Canale is the quarterback. To his right is Hershberger, who has the touchdown, number 5. And it was a direct snap to Hershberger, and he powers in for his second score of the game. Touchdown, Campbell. It's 14-0. So it'll be a 4-yard touchdown run. You see the ball snapped right to the running back. Low snap, brought it in at his knees, but gets the block and into the end zone. Canale set the block there that puts Campbell into the end zone.
Campbell going for 2 again.
They'll go for 2, and again, it's Hershberger in the backfield. This time, it'll be Canale to keep for the run. 16-0 in favor of the Campbell Cougars with 3:40 to go here in the first quarter on the YCN Game of the Week. 3 offensive plays and 2 touchdowns for Campbell as they look for win number 6 on the season. Today's coverage is also being brought to you in part by Dolan Real Estate in Sunapee, with a new office soon to open in New London. Their enthusiasm and excitement for a property, whether you're buying or selling, cannot be surpassed. A lot of time left to play in this game. Kearsarge get right back into it with 1 big play. The deep return men are 5, Colin Croteau, and 22, Damon Dawson. They'll stand back at about the 15-yard line.
Back to receive for the Cougars.
I'm going to try that onside kick again. Loose ball, and Campbell says they have it. It did go the requisite 10 yards. And Campbell has recovered the onside kick.
Play football.
Tried it last time, and Kearsarge was right on top of it. In that mass of bodies, I could not pick up who it was that came up with it. The question, though, and now they are going to say it's going to be Kearsarge ball. The ball was touched illegally by Campbell before it had gone 10 yards. The ball did advance past 10 yards, but if the kicking team touches it before it goes 10 yards, then that won't count. Let's see, where is the ball touched? Look at that, they got that right, didn't they? Just barely, maybe by a half yard. Great job, Greg, on the replays. Thank you for that. First down and 10 from the Campbell 49-yard line.
First down.
Now you're saying, what is Campbell doing here tonight? But I mean, they're a club that's going to play for a state championship and trying to work all the plays into the playbook. Fraioli's upended in the backfield, and this Campbell defense is buzzing. Be a loss of 4 on that run for Fraioli, setting up second down and 14. Out of 3:15 to go in the first quarter, Campbell leads 16-0. 2 Hershberger runs.
Second and 13.
Second down, 13. Going will be right up under center. Blitz is coming to get it to toss to Fraioli. Breaks through one tackler, but unable to elude both. First hit by Kidwell. Canali brings him down. Ball will be put back at the 41-yard line. It'll be third down, 19 for Kearsarge. So probably a throwing set. Wide receiver to the right is Sullivan.
Third and long now for Kearsarge.
Fraioli lined up on the left side of the formation. High snap, fake to the running back. Pass comes over the middle, caught by Fraioli. They'll only be able to get back to what was the original line of scrimmage, maybe a little bit short of that. It'll be fourth down and 12 here for the Cougars after the completion. Going. Quick hitter, Fraioli was open there, but Campbell closed quickly, and now it will be a punt coming up with Gunnar Benedict. He's done his job. Got one away last time after a snap went over his head. This time right back, booms a high punt towards the far sideline. This one will hop sideways and be downed, looks like just inside the 20. Right about the 20-yard line. With 1:32 to go in the first quarter, Campbell now will take over. First down and 10. This will be actually their best start position of the game. YCN would like to thank our LaValle scoreboard, HR Clough Player of the Game, and Echo Communications halftime sponsors for their great support. We hope you'll thank them and give them a big thumbs up. First and 10, Campbell from the 20 with 1:32 to go. Campbell is hit for 2 gigantic plays, a 95-yard touchdown run and an 82-yard pass play to help build the lead. Here's a bad snap, and it'll be Hershberger who will come up with the football. The ball will be recovered back at about the 6. What happened there? It's going to be a snap to Hershberger and unable to corral it. 14-yard loss. It'll be second down and very long for Campbell.
Second and 25 here.
Canali.
And the runner is wrapped up in the backfield. Fraioli.
And it'll be a very short gain on this one. Another direct snap to Hershberger, and looked like Fraioli got the initial hit low on the play, putting Campbell into 3rd and 26 from the 4-yard line. So maybe a little bit of a momentum swing here in the final seconds of the first quarter, which has been all Campbell. Nothing good going on. Another high rough snap. And they'll run the football, and Kearsarge should get it back here in pretty good field position to start the second quarter. So once again, it was Scott Hershberger on the carry to end the first. Pick up a 4, and it'll be fourth down. And we've reached the end of one, 16-0 Campbell. This is the YCN Game of the Week.
You're watching the 3-time award-winning YCN Game of the Week. The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist with the most complete line of energy products and the highest level of customer and on-site service. By LaValle and Middleton Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion, now in 11 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire. And by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire.
End of one, Scott Hershberger had the 2 touchdowns in the first. 95-4. Campbell with 2 two-point conversions, and they lead Kearsarge 16-0 at the end of one. And now we go to the other end where, again, Campbell is in a little bit of trouble here. 4th and very long, showing 4th and 20 from the 10-yard line.
Ball on the 10-yard line, 4th and 20.
Hershberger drops back to punt the football. Boot down the middle of the field. It'll take a Campbell bounce, and Kearsarge is going to have it again, though, with great field position at the 47-yard line. Just underway in the second quarter. So once again, an opportunity for Kearsarge. They can find the end zone, get right back into it. Going to lead the Cougars to the line. Fraioli and Dawson and Diamond in the backfield. First down and 10, right down in front of us. It's going to be a toss play. Dawson. And got back to the line of scrimmage. May have been an initial hit there by 34, Chris Corbett for Campbell. Out of Litchfield. Second down, 10. Cougars going. Hands it off.
Dawson again.
Dawson, who wrapped up, tried to sweep it around the left side. Here's the other Hershberger brother, Nick Hershberger. Brings him down. And just Dawson was looking for some blocking up in front of him and just waited a little bit too long there to try to turn it back up field. Third down and 11 for the Cougars. Can't argue with the field position. They've had terrific field position in the game. Played a lot of downs here in the middle of the field. Got to try to convert something now. Going with a man coming in motion. It's the fake to Dawson. And Goen gets rid of it while the pressure was coming from Jackson Canali. And it'll be an incomplete pass.
Pressure on Goen that time. That brings up 4th down.
4th down. Kearsarge has punted the first 3 times they've had it. Benedict's been a pretty busy guy back there, number 50. Flags. And they've got Kearsarge apparently in a starting too soon position. 9:40 to go first half. Campbell 16, Kearsarge nothing. Mike LaFond is our referee tonight here in North Sutton. Jim Moylan, Bob Zaccaro, John Bedaracian, and Rick Wilhelmi on this officiating crew on a Friday night. Game time temp right about 50 degrees. No wind to speak of. 5-yard mark off.
Another good punt.
Punt. Fielded at the 27. 30, 40, 50, and out of bounds. Braden White is your returner, a 9th grader for Campbell.
Driving the runner out of bounds.
It'll be first down. Campbell will start this one at the Kearsarge 43-yard line. With 9:27 to go here in the second quarter.
Ball on the 43, first and 10.
Pass attempt. We'll try another deep ball just out of the reach on the far side to Kidwell. Those two connected on a bomb early in the game. Set up the second Campbell touchdown of the day.
Come on, defense!
Quarterback had his shot there, didn't he? It's the speedy Kidwell got down the line in a hurry. 2nd and 10. Kidwell just making his way back to the huddle now. Kearsarge at home next week as well. Epping Newmarket will be here for the finale. Campbell gets into position. Hershberger takes the snap. 40, 35, 30. Down to about the 27. Is the sophomore Scott Hershberger. We've got a timeout on the field. Timeout will be taken by Kearsarge. You watch the end of the run there. Pickup of 16 on the run. Stay tuned at the end of our telecast for the H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game. We choose the competitor that had the greatest impact on today's contest. If we had to pick the winner right now, it's a no-doubter. It's number 5, Scott Hershberger. He went 95 yards on Campbell's first play of the game. And after a long pass from Jackson Canali to Jack Kidwell, Hershberger took it in again on the second drive, and Campbell's playing with a 16-0 lead as they look to lock up a playoff berth tonight with a win here against the Kearsarge Cougars. Trinity and Monadnock are in. Campbell can advance with a win tonight, and then there are 3 teams that will battle it out for the last remaining playoff spot. Or at least 3. Mathematically, Kearsarge's not out of it, but they need to win here tonight for sure and have some help. 9:14 to go. Second quarter. Again, it is Hershberger off the left side. Hershberger's got running room. He's going to take it to the house. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the game for Scott Hershberger. And Campbell is up 22-0 with 9:08 to go here in quarter number 2. Terrific run, and again, the blocking on the left side, and it's Canali again to get out there, and you see the hands go in the air from the quarterback as Campbell is into the end zone again. So 27 yards on that one, and just on his 3 touchdown runs, 126 yards. Hershberger to try to throw, and the 2-point conversion is good, and that's Nick Hershberger on the receiving end.
Campbell 24.
Campbell 24. And Kearsarge nothing with 9:06 to play in the second quarter. Today's coverage is being brought to you in part by Echo Communications for all your printing and mailing needs. The home of the Kearsarge Shopper, where the latest YCN schedule can be found every week on page 3. We teased it a little while ago. 2 games for you next week. Final week of the regular season here. Friday night, Kearsarge and Epping. Saturday, Newport will play Raymond. That's a 2 o'clock kickoff, 1:55 for the pregame show. The Cougars just need to take a deep breath. And again, they're both Cougars, so we'll try to identify them as Kearsarge or Campbell the best that we can. But the Kearsarge Cougars now. The game is getting away here in a hurry. They just need to settle in, see if they can make some big plays offensively. Campbell looking good here tonight. Punch one down the left side. And Kearsarge, loose ball there at the end of the play. As the Cougars were going for the football, and I think the Cougars have it at the 29-yard line. Right? No, it is Campbell ball. Let's see what happened there at the end. This looked like just a punch down the line, and all you need to do, right, is fall on that loose ball, which is live. Oh. It looked like it popped out there right at the end, and Campbell was right there to recover. So it's going to be a first down from the 28-yard line of Kearsarge this time. Campbell has had 4 possessions, 1 punt mixed into the 3 Scott Hershberger touchdown runs. Scott is the tailback here, the deep back. It's a quick hitter to the first back through, and this is the fullback, Cody Kalm. Is a 2-point conversion in the game. And only get 2 off of the left side. Cougars did a good job there defensively. Not a whole lot you can do. The first to slow him down was Kellen Sullivan, 44, the freshman. Second down and 8. .18 to go in the second quarter. Canale right up under center. Hershberger again will go low and plow ahead. Gets down to about the 20. See Kearsarge's Colin Croto getting up there at the bottom of the pile, number 5. Hershberger picked up 5. It's third down 3. 7:48 to go in the second quarter. All Campbell so far.
3rd and 2, ball on the 20-yard line. The 5 keeps the ball.
Hershberger trying for the first down. Looks like he has it off of the left side down to the 16-yard line. A pickup of 5. I'm keeping some unofficial stats here, and I've got Hershberger now right around 150 yards of offense. We have not even played a quarter and a half. Campbell's going to take a timeout now. And it's actually the head coach, Glenn Costello, who has come out to talk with the officials, the center of the field. Kearsarge down a couple of players due to injury. Michael Overton went down earlier in this game. So Campbell will use the first of their 3 timeouts. 7:20 to go in the second quarter, and Campbell leading 24-0.
1st and 10, Campbell.
First down for Campbell. The quarterback once again is Canale. Scott Hershberger is to his left. Quarterback will keep it this time. Canale's got running room off of the left side. Plows his way inside the 10 and down inside the 5. Maybe down to about the 3-yard line.
Gain of 8.
Canale is 6'4", Not afraid to take a hit, not afraid to lay a block. Goen got over there to bring him down. Let's see, they're going to put the ball at the 2-yard line, first down and goal to go. And Canale's going to try to take it in himself, and he is short. Second down and 1.
Gain of 1 on that play, second and goal.
Well, they've called Scott Hershberger's number for 3 touchdowns already. He is in the backfield, number 5 to the left of the quarterback. Going to try to throw for it. The ball tipped and caught in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Campbell. And it's the freshman, Braden White, who catches the tip ball for the Campbell score. Wow, fortunate there. Who got a hand on it? Nope, there's the tip. And 24, Johnny on the spot for the touchdown. Everything going Campbell's way today. Braden White on the touchdown from the pass of Jackson Canale. Officially be a 1-yard pass play. They've gone for 2 on all of these. Here's Hershberger, and no trouble getting that in to make it 32-0 Campbell. With 6:31 to go here in the second quarter. They've had the ball 5 times. They've scored on 4 of them. Welcome to the new YCN NCTV regional TV station. You can watch it on TDS TV 13 and 1013, NCTV 8, Roku, Apple TV, and at ycnnow.com by clicking on the live screen. Take us wherever you go on your phone or your computer. I'm Bob Lippman tonight from Kearsarge Regional High School, but it's been all Campbell so far in this one. Kearsarge will get the football back. Cougars have dropped 4 straight since winning at Kingswood.
Croto and Kinsler back to receive.
Now 48-20. To a really good Monadnock team last week, and they're getting another good one here against a playoff team. They're going to bring it back here. 30-yard line to the 33-yard line. Colin Croto. Field position hasn't been the issue. Now let's see if Kearsarge can take advantage. Another pretty good start spot, 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Let's watch what Croto does here. And really, you just got to get out and keep those legs moving. Hesitated a little bit at the end there, allowed Campbell to squeeze in on him.
First and 10, ball in the 32.
Maybe 1st and 10. Can Parker go in? The junior is the signal caller for Kearsarge.
Handing off to Croto.
Keep it on the ground for Croto. And great pursuit by Campbell. Just be a short gainer. Looked like Nick Hershberger gave him the push to knock him out of bounds right over in front of the Kearsarge bench. Pickup of 1, 2nd down 9. Under 6 minutes to go in the first half.
Gain of 1 on the play, 2nd down.
Quarterback rolls back. There's one out, downfield, caught. Down to the 43-yard line. Jack Sikoria makes the reception. Only question was going to be, will he hold on to the football? Fraioli stays in to block. Quarterback has time, airs it out. And the ball winds up right in the receiver's hands. Maybe a little bobble at the end, but in any event, it is 1st down and 10. Cougars have their biggest play offensively. And that one went for 24 yards at a 1st down. Nothing doing for Croto there, run down to the backfield. See the finish there for Campbell's 21, Logan Marchand. It's a 5'8", 170-pound sophomore. The class of 2025. 4:44 to go in the half. Kearsarge on the Campbell side of the field. Big deep drop, setting up the screen, but they couldn't get it out here. In fact, it's just the lineman, Cole Neuer. He can't catch the ball. He's ineligible.
That'll bring up third down.
That'll be third down. So they set up the screen. When you see the quarterback drop back like that, the whole idea is to draw a lineman in to chase, and often you can get a chunk play by finding a receiver beyond those linemen, but nobody there. Here's third down, 15. Wide receiver left is Sullivan for the Cougars. Fraioli in the slot, and a timeout for Coach Yazzie with 4:33 to go in the half. And Kearsarge facing a long third down. If you are just joining us, well, the score is very much Campbell's. Scott Hershberger, 95 yards on the first play from scrimmage. Long pass play set up Hershberger's second touchdown run, a 4-yard run. Hershberger again a 27-yard run earlier in this quarter before Braden White caught the tipped ball in the end zone on the pass from Jackson Canali. Campbell's made all 4 of their 2-point conversions, and they lead here 32-zip. 4:33 to go in the half. Sixth all-time meeting between the teams. Been a lot of points scored in them. They've been good competitive games up till now. Let's see what Goen can do here. Third down. Wants a deep ball. Try to get it to Fraioli. Tipped, battled, and incomplete.
What a catch. Unfortunately, it was out of bounds.
It'll be fourth down. So he asked Fraioli just to go and make a play. And the throw just carried a little bit too far. And really wasn't anything that Fraioli could do at that point. Ball was out of bounds. Now it's fourth down.
We'll bring up fourth down.
Familiar formation. Croto on the right, Fraioli on the left. High snap, Goen reels it in. Now sprints to the sideline, fires deep downfield, incomplete, broken up by 34, Chris Corbett.
Number 34 was there.
Good job by Goen, not only to bring the ball in, but to get the ball released before he crossed the line of scrimmage. And they try the deep ball, but didn't get it. And it'll be Campbell with 4:16 to go in the half that'll take over at the 47-yard line. Campbell has scored 4 times. They punted once when they had some mistakes deep in their own territory.
Ball number 46, first and 10, Campbell.
First and 10.
Here we go, Blue! Power!
Be
a handoff here. Direct snap to Hershberger, gave it to Braden White, and White into Kearsarge territory at the 48. First play of the drive. White was the young man who just scored on the last drive on the pass play. Second down and 4.
Second and 4.
Looks like Canali is the one who's under center. It doesn't mean a whole lot with this offense. They'll toss it this time. There's Hershberger, and he'll get a first down run Fraioli, who's a little bit shaken up, in on the hit there. But it's a first down for Hershberger in the 38, gain of 10.
Campbell does get the first down. Ball on the 38-yard line.
And down to 3:23 to go in the half. Campbell with a long huddle up here. Oh, there we go. This is just the go signal here. First down, 10. Hershberger again, and we'll get another good gainer off of the left side of about 7. Setting up second down and 3. It's big Kearsarge line. Has power. See 77, Evan St. Pierre get over to open up some running room there inside for Hershberger. Call it 2nd and 5 from the 33. At 165 yards of offense for number 5. Run up the middle, and it's going to be for a touchdown. Cody Comm, junior 6'2", 200 pounds. Takes the handoff. He'll get the 33-yard score. Campbell's 5th touchdown of the first half. Kearsarge had some hands on him, and then just uses the stiff arm to create some separation and take it all the way. They'll line up for 1 this time. They've tried 2-point conversions on all of their other ones. This is a line drive kick, and it is missed by Comm. But now with 2:18 to go in the first half, Kearsarge will get the football back, and it's 38-0 Campbell in front. Campbell's had the ball 6 times. They've scored on 5. HR Clough Kearsarge Heating Oil has full service offerings of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning and water conditioning systems. And don't forget their Auto Bath Car Wash and Muddy Paws Dog Wash in Kentucky. Early on in the game, Campbell tried a couple of onside kicks. Looks like the second one was going to be theirs, but the ball was touched right before it went the 10 yards. Here's Comm, and he'll put a right foot into it. Headed towards the sideline, where it's picked up there by Diamond. And we'll get out of bounds. I'm sorry, it was Kinzer, the freshman, on the return. So Kearsarge will take over.
Kinzer will get the ball to the 35-yard line.
Nice return on the kickoff for Kearsarge. Kearsarge has 2 minutes, 11 seconds. Coach Yazzie has 1 timeout left here in the half. See if they try a couple more deep balls. Going, pressure's coming. Going, a little underneath pass, and a juggling catch by Colin Croto. And he's across the 40 and up to about the 44-yard line. It takes a lot of concentration. Where does 5 come from? He's still here. He comes across the field and juggles, but that should be almost a, yeah, I gave him 9. Pretty close to a first down. Second down and 1, and we have a timeout taken here by Kearsarge. Their final timeout of the half with 1:36 to go. And Campbell leading 38-zip. See Coach Yazzie over there on the right. Longtime assistant with the program. Took over for Cody Anderson, who's still on the staff. Cody, a growing young family and a lot of responsibilities with being a high school football coach. Glad to see he's still with the program. I know it means a lot to him. Second down, 1 from the 44-yard line.
Second and 1. Going in shotgun.
Going. Pass out to the right side. Caught. Is good enough to go. Proto down the right side across the 40. And slips down at about the 37-yard line.
Great run by Colin Proto.
Big gain on the play for Croto. Pickup of 19 and a first down for Kearsarge. I'd have to look at the official game film for sure, but to me, that looked like it was a lateral because the ball, I think, went backwards. Which would mean it would count as a run for Croto rather than a completed pass. But in any event, it's good for the Cougars. Kearsarge with 1:26 left in the half, and they have the ball to the 37 of Campbell now. Campbell defense has stiffened in these spots. Another high snap. Going rolling left, tucks it away at 30 and out of bounds at about the 26, and pretty close to another Kearsarge first down.
That's another first down for Kearsarge Cougars.
Where it looked like he went out, that would be about an 11-yard gain and a first down. Campbell knows that Kearsarge wants to throw it deep. So there typically is a lot of running room, but the problem there is the clock. Quarterback went out of bounds there, so that helps. 1:19 left for Kearsarge. Proto will be on the right. In the backfield is Kinzer. Flag down on the play as quarterback will run out of bounds, but they may have had 2 men in motion on Kearsarge.
Going making his way out of bounds there. There is a flag on the play.
Illegal motion. See, 2 men are moving at the same time. Can't do that. And the flag immediately came from the far side of the field. Five-yard mark off on the Cougars.
5-yard penalty there on Kearsarge for illegal motion.
.71 seconds left to play in the first half.
So it's a 1st and 15.
Cougars looking for their first scoring drive of the day. They have time, but they have no timeouts. Going fake to Croto, sprints to the far sideline and airs it out and threw it away. Second down. This game coverage being brought to you in part by LaValle and Middleton Building Supply. Home improvement and construction from concept to completion. They are celebrating 60 years of serving you in over 13 locations in our area. 1:03 left. Kearsarge, next to last game of the regular season. Running into a buzzsaw here in Campbell. They'll finish next week against Epping Newmarket. Another one under the lights here that we'll have on YCN.
Going, looking to pass again.
Forced out of the pocket, retreats all the way back to midfield. Now looks and throws it away. Third down.
Really out of bounds, and that brings up third down.
Third down from the 15 as Goen stops, gets the play from Coach Yazzie. 55 seconds left. Cougars get themselves into position. Fraioli and Sullivan are the ends on the left side. There are also two receivers on the right side. Croto is over there. Goen hit, now takes off. And he'll get just inside the 25-yard line, so I'll stop the clock out of bounds with 45 seconds left. And the Cougars will have one more chance here with fourth down coming up. A lot of high snaps going to deal with here. Another one there. The ball spinning, has to get himself set. Nobody open downfield, so run for it. It's 4th and 5 from the 23.
5 now from the 23.
Going a couple of good runs on this drive, but not a whole lot of time to work with now. First job is to get the 5 and get a first down, and then you get a little bit more opportunity to set up something else. Tight formation. See if they go to Fraioli here. Nope, they're going to drop back to throw. Pressure coming. Goen reverses direction. Heads back the far side of the field. Throws while being hit. Gets it to Croto, but he won't get the first down. Boy, great job by Parker Goen there to keep the play alive. And he was almost eaten alive at a couple of times here on this. The first to chase him is Nate Dion, 75. He almost gets there. And finally, the pass is complete, but Croto didn't get there, and it's going to be Campbell football. But with 34 seconds left here in the first half. I'll tell you what, it may have been 50 at game time. It's not 50 anymore. Boy, the temperature is just dropping. Maybe it's because I'm not running around like the football players are. All Campbell here in the first half. And they will take a knee.
And Campbell will take a knee.
And that'll end the first half. But what a performance by the Campbell Cougars. Club playing for something, and that is a playoff spot. A 95-yard Scott Hershberger run. Hershberger then adds a 4 and a 27-yard run. He rushes for over 160 yards in the first half. Braden White on the receiving end of a touchdown reception. And Cody Kalm with a 33-yard touchdown run. Campbell 38, Kearsarge nothing at the half. This is the YCN Game of the Week.
The Lake Sunapee region is one of the few communities in the country where you can ski year-round. During the summer season, the lake provides water skiing, fishing, swimming, and boating. During the winter, Mount Sunapee Resort, located at the south end of the lake, is one of the most popular ski and snowboard destinations in New Hampshire. The views of Lake Sunapee from the trails in Sun Bowl are spectacular. For more information about visiting our beautiful area, contact the Lake Sunapee Region Chamber of Commerce.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know.
and Clark sheer athleticism.
It's about your right to be informed.
For the stock market.
Today, there are real threats to press freedom
Is reaching residential areas.
and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you.
Great question.
Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for
Well, we welcome you back. The Echo Communications halftime show, 38-0 Campbell leading Kearsarge. So it's been one-sided from that standpoint. It was a promising start for Kearsarge today. On their very first possession of the first quarter, they were able to drive to midfield. Drive stalled. They punted to the 5, and Scott Hershberger took the first play, 95 yards for a touchdown, and it's been all Campbell ever since. Our coverage tonight is made possible by the Valley Middleton Building Suppliers, scoreboard sponsor. HR Clough sponsors our player of the game. Echo Communications is our halftime sponsor. We hope you'll thank them on behalf of all of us in YC. And the game of the week, Campbell and Kearsarge, will be back for the second half after these messages.
Where you will be invited.
LSPA's mission is devoted to the environmental quality of the Lake Sunapee watershed. It's been around for 125 years. A lot has happened in that time, but the original mission statement is as relevant now as it was back then, which is rather amazing. What is a watershed? A watershed is an area within which all the water flows down to a basin. And so if you think of it in those simplified terms, watershed is kind of easy to understand. There are 6 towns in the Lake Sunapee watershed. The best way to visualize the watershed is to go to LSPA in Sunapee Harbor and look at the table that shows you exactly what a watershed is and has features and functions to allow you to understand how the water runs in from different areas, the streams, sunken ships. It's really quite fascinating, and I'd encourage you, if you go, bring your kids to operate the table and bring your neighbors. It's really, really impressive. It's about 47 square miles in size, and it includes 13 lakes and ponds in those 6 towns. So the LSPA as an organization is focused on that watershed, and I'd go a little further and say not just the watershed, but the towns in the watershed, because the practices are going to be the same regardless of whether something is on one side of a line or another. The Watershed Committee, which is made up of volunteers and a few staff members of LSPA, but primarily volunteers of a very diverse group of individuals from the watershed. They're not all from Sunapee, not all from New London. They're out in Springfield and Sutton and elsewhere. But it's a diverse group, many of whom were not involved in environmental causes before coming to the area and learning about what's important up here. And the Watershed Committee's charge is to move the LSPA Watershed Management Plan objectives forward. So to identify the tasks that should be priorities and to implement those tasks. So we got together with the committee and we identified 2 things that we should focus on. One of them was enforcement of existing zoning ordinances in some of the waterfront towns, New London, Sunapee, and Newbury to start with. And the other was to provide a public awareness campaign, because one of the most important things to change the trend of declining water quality in our watershed is to have individual behaviors change. If we don't do that, then our water's really in trouble. Some of the causes of water quality decline have to do with things like phosphorus and salt and other substances running off into the lake. For instance, 80% of the phosphorus that runs into lakes and ponds is due to human activity. Things like construction, things like fertilizer on lawns, septic systems that aren't maintained, all create runoff of phosphorus into the lakes. What happens when there's excess phosphorus in a lake or a pond is you get cyanobacteria blooms, which is a toxic bloom that is harmful to people and to animals, and it can ruin lakes and ponds, make them unusable. And if lakes and ponds are unusable, not only do you not have the ability to enjoy the water, you have a problem with economic impact. The value of property is directly related to how clean water is. And so we're hoping that with the public awareness campaign, if people aren't just concerned about the environmental quality of the water, we hope that they're concerned about the economic aspect that directly affects everybody. The economic value of an area is primarily reliant on the tax base of property, and it's property in the whole town. And so if you don't have the tax base there, you're not going to have the services, you're not going to have schools, and your property value is going to go in a downward direction pretty quickly. So there's a number of things that individuals can do to help preserve the quality of water in our watershed. Eliminate the use of phosphorus-free fertilizer. Don't apply it within 100 feet of water. Use non-toxic pesticides and herbicides, which otherwise will run off into the water. Pick up after your pet. Maintain your septic systems if you have them. Get them pumped every 3 years. Get them inspected. If you have a lawn that goes all the way down to the water, plant buffers along the water's edge that'll help retain the water, help it soak in before it gets into the lakes and ponds. Don't feed the waterfowl. Want to reduce E. coli in the water. Cover bare soil with plants or mulch. Follow state and local tree cutting and construction rules. So one of the things we've been doing is we've been going out and talking to homeowners associations, lake protective associations, and civic groups about this public awareness campaign called Let's Be Clear. And we're happy to continue talking to more groups because it's important. We're all doing the same thing at the same time. So if anyone wants more information about this program or about contacting us to set up a presentation, they can go to lakesunapee.org and look up Let's Be Clear.
The Lake Sunapee region is one of the few communities in the country where you can ski year-round. During the summer season, the lake provides water skiing, fishing, swimming, and boating. During the winter, Mount Sunapee Resort, located at the south end of the lake, is one of the most popular ski and snowboard destinations in New Hampshire. The views of Lake Sunapee from the trails in Sun Bowl are spectacular. For more information about visiting our beautiful area, contact the Lake Sunapee Region Chamber of Commerce.
What you have back there, that large white apparatus that extends from the roof of the station, is a train order signal. And it's not a traffic signal as commonly would be understood. Its sole purpose is to indicate to approaching trains whether or not there are orders in the station that they have to stop and pick up or roll through and pick up, depending on the position of the signal. If the signal shows green and the semaphore arm is directly downward, then the train crew knows that they can roll through and not stop unless they have a scheduled station stop, which they normally would stop. If the signal is halfway up at 45 degrees and there's a yellow light showing, then the approaching train crew knows that they have to pick up an order, but they don't have to stop. They can pick it up on the roll by reaching down and picking up a particular kind of apparatus that the station operator will be holding up for them to pick up. That will contain orders from the train dispatcher who was at a central location. This system was installed before there was radio, and so the only way the dispatcher had to communicate with trains that had left their originating point and were somewhere out along the railroad was to issue orders by telegraph to these local station agents who would copy the orders down onto thin paper, wrap them into a stick called a hoop, and then set the signal to whatever position necessary, whether stop or roll through at the halfway position. Then the train would have the orders that would communicate some instructions from the dispatcher. Before we had radio on trains, that was the only way for the dispatcher to control traffic out on the railroad that had left their originating station. The system of issuing train orders to trains goes back to the earliest days of railroading, but in this format, with these local signals, this apparatus control from inside the station, and with orders that the dispatcher was issuing from a central location to trains out on the road, that was mostly established in the late 19th century, around 1875, 85, 90. And at that time, when the Boston and Maine Railroad consolidated all the local lines and consolidated them and merged them into its overall system, which consisted of most of the northern New England lines, the Boston and Maine erected these signals, like that white mast with all the apparatus on it, at many stations in Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, northern Massachusetts, wherever the Boston and Maine lines were. So your viewers viewing this video will, if they remember seeing this, they'll go to other stations in the area, in the region, and they'll notice these other signals that are identical to this, that are mounted on other Boston and Maine stations on abandoned lines in towns and villages all over New England. We are at the Potter Place station on what was formerly the Northern Railroad, which was part of the Boston and Maine system. The Northern Railroad extended from Concord up to Lebanon, and it was a shortcut route between Boston and Montreal, and it was passenger service was ended, I think, in the 1970s or the late 60s. Freight service ended about 1985, and the tracks were pulled up around 1990. So as far as the overall history of railroading, this line was abandoned fairly late in the game, only about 30 years ago. The Northern Railroad, after being abandoned and having all the rails and ties pulled up, was then became the property of the state of New Hampshire, which still owns it. And the state has issued, I guess, an easement to the Friends of the Northern Rail Trail, who have graded it for bicycle use, which meant just simply smoothing it out and putting on the gravel. And so now you have the Northern Rail Trail from Boscawen all the way up to Lebanon. I think it's about 58 miles. Yeah, continuous rail trail. It's one of the best rail trails in New England. I could be contacted through the Andover Historical Society on their website and their Facebook page.
You're watching the three-time award-winning YCN Game of the Week. The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist with the most complete line of energy products and the highest level of customer and on-site service. By LaValle and Middleton Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion, now in 11 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire. And by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire.
Today's coverage is being brought to you in part by Dolan Real Estate in Sunapee. Their local family-owned real estate firm provides integrity, attention to detail, and will surpass any franchise company. Just ask their clients. And we thank our sponsors. Echo Communications has been your halftime sponsor tonight. HR Clough will be with us throughout the season, and we thank them for their support of our player of the game. YCN thanks LaValley's. Around for 60 years now. LaValley's, thank them for their support. Campbell leading Kearsarge tonight. Next week, Kearsarge will wrap up the season with a home game here. See if they can't pick up one more. It will be a competitive game next week with Epping Newmarket. That one under the lights once again. Kearsarge playing Friday Night Football, and Newport, which I don't think that they've ever played a night football game at Marin Field in Newport. Saturday afternoon for Coach Proper's guys. Next Saturday here on YCN, a game of the week against the Raymond Rams. That'll lead Newport into the postseason. In Division 3 and Division 4, relatively small divisions, there are just 4 teams that will make the playoffs in each of those, and there'll be a semifinal round on November the 5th, and the championships of Division 3 and 4 will be played on November 12th. There's a little bit different format for D1 and D2, which are the larger of the football divisions. Campbell deferred to start, so they're getting into position to receive the kickoff. It's been a small roster for Kearsarge all year, and a relatively young group that Coach Yazzie is bringing to the field. A couple of injuries have not helped. Season that did start promising for Kearsarge. We were here early on for a real good football game with Fall Mountain, week 3 of the season. Cougars lost that one. They've not had an easy time with top teams in the division, including here tonight. Welcome back to North Sutton, and we're going to see Kearsarge try a little bit of the Campbell playbook with an onside kick try to start the second half. They didn't get it. And Campbell will have the football in pretty good field position here. Squib it on the ground. You're hoping for a hop, and the ball did hop away from that first back. Kearsarge had a guy in range, but Cougars in good shape, first down and 10 from their 42-yard line. 5 first half touchdowns, including 3 by Scott Hershberger. Takes the direct snap here. Hershberger up the middle, following the blocking, still going to the 30, and will make it all the way down to about the 25. Kearsarge player banged up upfield. But you see Hershberger is having himself a night. Let's watch this, and again, the blocking is solid, but look at Hershberger there, just run through tackles. He has to shove his own guy out of the way there. And hanging on for dear life is Cole Neuer, dragging the jersey. He's still got a hand tugging at the shirt and pants. And finally, down he goes. And Bryce Gove, 61, will be slow coming off of the field. Let's see, pickup of 33 more yards. Hershberger's knocking on the door at 200 yards in the game now. Campbell has it first down and 10 from the 25. My stats are unofficial, but I've got Scott Hershberger with 193 yards. And the 3 touchdowns, big gainer there. Be a direct snap this time to Alex Moore. First time we see his number. And that play did not develop well.
Tackle for Kearsarge that time.
Second down and 10. Brody Malinowski, the sophomore, is 72. You see him there. Nice play for the Cougars. Campbell in the lead, playing at Kearsarge.
Number 20 keeping the ball again.
20-yard line, 15, 10, 5, and in goes Alex Moore. 25-yard touchdown run. So the scheme is working. They've used the Wildcat quite a bit tonight, snapping the ball directly to the running back. And there he goes. Touchdown, 44 zip, Campbell in front. Took less than 2 minutes to get into the end zone. Lanky extra point kick is good. Campbell 45-0 is our score. And Kearsarge will get the football for the first time in the second half in just a moment. Here's the live schedule. Next week, Friday night, 6:25 for Kearsarge and Epping. Saturday, October 29th, will be at Marin Field in Newport for the Newport Tigers and the Raymond Rams. And then Saturday, November 5th, playoff football. We'll let you know when and where once the records are all set. Newport's got a shot at a home game there in Division 4. It may very well be where the YCN crew is that day.
Toto and Dawson. Back to receive from Kearsarge.
Damon Dawson here at the 15-yard line. Far side of the field is Croto. Punch down the middle of the field Croto's way. He'll let it go out of bounds. 9:49 to go, third quarter. So ball went out of bounds, so where do you move it to? The 35, right? The 30? 30-yard line. Every league is a little bit different, right? It's 30 in high school, it's the 35 in college, and it's, I believe it's the 40-yard line in the NFL if you kick it out of bounds. First down and 10. Parker Goen has gone all the way at quarterback. It'll be a toss play to Dawson. Cuts back 35, 40, 50, and he's racing 40, 30, 20, and gets wrestled down. Cody Cowan with a touchdown saving tackle after a big play by sophomore Damon Dawson. Starts left, and then watch the comeback move here. Some good blocking downfield, and he's got some speed. Cody Comm will bring him down. They'll mark it at the 17-yard line, first down and 10.
17-yard line. First and 10.
53 yards on the run. Kearsarge, as deep as they've been all game now.
Fraioli with the carry this time.
Fraioli trying to cut back. It's a couple extra yards inside. Inside the 15. Fraioli tries to follow Goen there. And when he cut back, got a little bit more. So let's see, where are we going to put the ball here? At the 14-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 7 after a 3-yard gain. For Fraioli, the blue and gold, the Kearsarge Cougars come to the line. Toss. Frodo. 10 to the 5 and out of bounds. 1st down, Kearsarge. And they're in business. Taking this first possession of the 2nd half, almost 70 yards in 3 plays. Looking at 1st and goal to go now. Pushed out of bounds by Braden White.
1st and goal. Ball on the 5-yard line.
1st down, goal to go. Fraioli breaks a tackle. Fraioli towards the pylon. Got it. Touchdown, Kearsarge. John Fraioli into the end zone. 5-yard run. And Kearsarge scores. 6:26 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Cougars will look to add 2. Tailback is Diamond. And they won't get it. So 6:26 to go in the 3rd. Kearsarge on the board for the first time today on the touchdown run by John Fraioli. Today's coverage is brought to you in part by Dolan Real Estate in Sunapee. Their local family-owned real estate firm provides integrity, attention to detail, and will surpass any franchise company. Just ask their clients. So we're in that situation where the score is a little bit out of hand, so the clock will run here. And we'll wait for the Kearsarge kickoff. And Mr. Fitzgerald and the fine folks I've gotten to know for many years here at Kearsarge for their support of YCN and the broadcasts. And won't be long before we'll be on the hardwood. Bringing you some more games. Onside kick recovered by Campbell. Saw it bounce. Are they able to come up with it? Kind of fortunate for Campbell to be able to recover that with a ball hit the leg of one of the first men on the first line. Cougars will start this drive at the 47-yard line.
1st and 10.
Been very effective and very efficient.
Number 5 with the carry for Campbell.
Hershberger gets to midfield for 4 more. Campbell's 9th game is at home against Fall Mountain. The other 2 teams that are already punching tickets to the playoffs, Monadnock and Trinity. Trinity is playing Fall Mountain tonight. they win that one, they'll have a chance at a perfect regular season if they beat Stevens in their finale. Up to the 49-yard line.
That'll bring up third down.
Set up third down. So you get a look at that last play. It starts really deep in the backfield, and the reason why the play didn't work is because White lost his footing. Third down and 8. From the 49-yard line, Kearsarge stunting, jumped into the neutral zone.
And that is a neutral zone.
And that's on the defense. Not had a lot of penalties in the game tonight. Got a little anxious there. Now it'll be third down and 3 as Mike LaFond lets the crowd know. They're going to move it 5, 3 minutes to go third quarter. 3:01 exactly, now clock running. Quarterback has been Canale all the way. They do snap a lot to the running backs. Kearsarge again will jump into the neutral zone.
First down, another 5-yard penalty.
So 10 yards in 2 plays without ever snapping the football. Direct snap to Calm this time. And Calm goes off of the left side for 7 yards. Pick up down to the 34-yard line. It's a design run. Probably didn't catch it there, though, right at the bottom of the screen. A little bit of blocking going, and Evan St. Pierre lost his helmet for Campbell, so he has to come out of the ball game. So we move to a minute to play in the third quarter. Campbell Cougars won a state championship 2014, another one in 2017. It's a good run off of the left side by Calm, and he'll get the first down for Campbell.
There's a flag on the play.
There is a hold on Campbell, though.
Holding called against Campbell.
So if we can pick it up on the replay. It occurred more in the middle of the line than it did where the ball carrier was, but the holding penalty is going to be assessed. Spot of the foul. Ten yards, put it down to the 46-yard line. So this should still be second down. It is second and 13.
Second and 13.
Again, a direct snap to Calm. And he'll get upended.
William Kenzer with the stop for Kearsarge that time.
Just a short gain on that run. It'll bring us to the end of the third quarter of play. Calm with the run. Each team has added a touchdown here in the second half, but it's all Campbell turning for home in the Battle of the Cougars tonight on YCN. Campbell 45, Kearsarge 6. Back with the fourth quarter after this.
You're watching the 3-time award-winning YCN Game of the Week. The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist with the most complete line of energy products and the highest level of customer and on-site service. By LaValle and Middleton Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion, now in 11 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire. And by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire.
All right, in the third quarter, we had a touchdown run for Alex Moore of Campbell, 25 yards, and then Kearsarge on the board for the first time today on a John Fraioli 5-yard touchdown run. So each team with a score here in the second half. Campbell with the football here now with a 3rd down and 10 at the Kearsarge 42 as we start the fourth. 45-6 the score. And Campbell's going to run off of the right side with Cody Comm, and he gets pretty close to first down yardage. I guess it'll depend on the spot here. See the official here near side, hand in the air with a fist clenched. That means 4th down. 4th and 1 for Campbell. From the Kearsarge 33-yard line. .11:04 to go. Campbell comes to the line of scrimmage, and what do we have? Timeout, Campbell.
Campbell calls a timeout.
Quick timeout will be taken by Campbell. H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating has full service offerings of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning and water conditioning systems. And don't forget their Auto Beth Car Wash and Muddy Paws Dog Wash in Kentucky. I see our referee for tonight, Mike LaFawn, take out his notepad and mark down that Campbell has used a timeout. Confirms with the scoreboard that there are 2 timeouts remaining for Campbell. Mentioned that the Campbell Cougars, with a couple of state championships, most recently in 2017, they're going to go to the playoffs for the 5th time in 5 years for Coach Glenn Costello. Kearsarge went to the Division III semifinals last year. They won the state championship in 2010 in Division V. First year of the program for Kearsarge was 1998. Campbell's just going to punt it away here on 4th down. And it'll go out of bounds inside the 10, and Kearsarge will get it back. Clock will continue to run, and we'll fill in as many names as we possibly can for both teams. And my rosters are fairly complete. There are a couple of number changes that have not helped me identify every player, but we're doing our best. Thanks. So earlier this week, the AD Joshua Knight sent me over a Campbell roster. Good football team here. Good luck in the Division III playoffs. First down from the 6.
1st and 10.
Going under center. Going hands off to Dawson.
Dawson with the carry this time.
Dawson will carry defenders and a pile with him for a pretty good gainer across the 15. Pickup of about 9. Should be 2nd and 1 here. Or are they moving the chains? They say first down. So they'll give him 10. And a first down, Kearsarge from the 16. We're in the 4th quarter. Time running out, and it's been a solid night for Campbell.
With the carry this time.
Fraioli, look at 33. He is tough to bring down. He has the Kearsarge touchdown tonight. Fraioli brought it across the 20, or right to the 20, pick up a 4. It'll be second down.
They pick up a 4 on that run, second down.
Evan Norrie is the center. 50 and 75 right side of the line. Gunnar Benedict. Left side run.
Dawson with the carry.
A good play. Damon Dawson, the sophomore.
Another Kearsarge first down.
Going to get a Kearsarge first down up across the 30. Mark him down at the 37. It would be a pickup of 17 yards on that play. Going, gets out in front to block. 83 on the stop is Joey Sullivan, the 4th. Senior for the Campbell Cougars. First down, 10. A couple of nice runs on this drive for Damon Dawson. Toss to Fraioli. Hit in the backfield once, twice. Finally gets brought down by the 4th Cougar to get to him. 60 is Zach Poulin. This is Fraioli coming out. Guys got him around the chest by the arm, but he didn't bring him down. There's another miss. Here's another miss. And then one more for good measure. A 5th miss, and then finally brought down by Poulin. And in the end, it is a pickup of 3 yards. In trouble going. They'll throw it away.
Get it away, out of bounds.
Third down, 7. Under 6 to play now. We're halfway through the 4th quarter. Big Proto accelerates around the left edge. Now he's coming back. Has the first down. And in the end, gets brought down at about the 48. That was a lot of work for that run for Proto. But kind of fun. Let's watch it. As he went left, didn't quite have the first down, I don't think, when he went the other way. Came back this side, blocking sets up. Proto brought down by Nate Dion at the Campbell 48-yard line. 5 minutes to go. Campbell will be 6-2. And a playoff team once again going. Incomplete. Trying to make the catch was Dawson. Got a hand on it, but not the easiest night to try to catch footballs. Second down and 10. He's got the gloves on, though. (45-6) Campbell. Cougars set the tone. Scott Hershberger on the first play of the night for Campbell from their 5-yard line sprinted down the far sideline 95 yards for a touchdown. He'd had 2 more scores, and Campbell led 24-0 Kearsarge scored its touchdown on a Fraioli run here in the 4th. Going. Try to set some blocking up for him. Let's see. Gets 5 and then stood up and pushed out of bounds. Picked up about 7 on the play. Didn't pick up the number of the tackler there for Campbell right in front of the Cougar bench across the way. Let's see who's over that way. .34 might have steered him out of bounds. That would be Chris Corbett. 3rd and 2 after an 8-yard run for Goen.
Fraioli with the carry. He's off and away.
That's the first down for Kearsarge. John Fraioli down to the 34 and a pickup on the play of 7. Almost put together a highlight reel of just Fraioli's runs tonight. It's very difficult to bring down. And this time it was Sky Burrows who was able to get the arms around him and drag him down. 2:45 to play in this one. Kearsarge's John Fraioli has the 1 touchdown tonight. Let's see if the senior captain can make some more magic. And good gang tackling here will be brought down. Logan Daigle, 19, is in there to help bring him down. Daigle brings Fraioli down for no gain. 2nd down and 10. As we go past 2 minutes to go. Stay with us. The H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Oil Player of the Game is coming up. And judging by what he has done for Campbell tonight, I think you already know who our player of the game will be. Fraioli on the double reverse. The ball is dropped. Picked back up by Dawson. So Kearsarge trying to run a little razzle-dazzle with a double reverse, and in the end, doesn't go for much. We get a penalty flag at the end of the play. A couple of penalty flags are down.
Let's put in the JV!
The officials are huddling up here.
Let's put in the JV!
And there's a personal foul.
Personal foul on Kearsarge. 15-yard mark off, moves the ball back to the 40.
Put in the JV team! Let him play!
We're already getting killed. No.
Go!
Come on, Blue, you got this! Yeah, 25 seconds left. Let's go!
Going.
Back to pass.
Sprints towards the Campbell sideline, looks downfield, ball through the defender's hands and caught by Kearsarge. Jack Sikoria with the reception of the 41-yard line. That'll be the last play of the game. A little bit of a highlight for Kearsarge. That led but all Campbell here tonight. As Campbell wins by a score of 45-6. 3 touchdowns tonight for Scott Hershberger and nearly 200 yards of rushing offense. He's the H.R. Clough Kearsarge turning up the heat player of the game tonight. This has been the YCN Game of the Week. Join us next week for Kearsarge and Epping on Friday, Newport and Raymond on Saturday. I'm Bob Littman. For all of us, here at YC. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And thanks for joining us.